Join us today as we go here at the 2025 Chino Bonsai Club. So welcome to the 2025 Chino Hill or Chino Bonsai Club. I'll give you an idea what they have in store. This is actually Sunday, about 2 o'clock. Almost the end of their show. Kind of busy weekend, so it gives you an idea what they have. I'm gonna go kind of go through the ropes here. There's a really cool tanuki. I'm on Memorial Lane here, and a really cool deadwood. This is tanuki. There's a live tree, or a phoenix graft, you want to call it, with a live branch that's been grafted on at the back. So really cool. This, I think if I'm correct, this is from Ryan Pitt. So he actually bought that and kind of reformatted. Carl Jones, really cool for Strata. Well padded out. Really nice. Here is Ben Oki and John Naka. So stones from John Naka. Really cool old Shimpraku juniper. Nice river stone. It looks like it's got a flower stone of some sort. Cool daiso, that one actually. Look at how detailed that is. Frank Goya. It's a words escape me, but landscape. Suiseki. They're or Psyche. Excuse me, Psyche. Oh, in a while. Really cool stone also on that one. Some coloration on it, and with Ted Awaki there. So here's black pine. Really nice, large, nice even needles. You can see how even needleworks are. Really old tree. You can see by the heavily flaked bark, and check by the barkage. And kind of cool. This is really unusual. I've never seen this type of tree. It looks like it is a big. Really nice composition. Love the fall, the yellowing of the leaves, the falling leaf in this case. Really old structure of a tree, really nice. You can see there's some hollows are formed. You can see the hollows are formed right there. Really old bark. Too bad it doesn't have any fruit. If it had some fruit, it'd be kind of cool. I'll probably be nibbling on it too, but that's a different story. Here is a California juniper. Looks like, I'm not sure, that looks like native foliage. It could be wrong. Really tight foliage. You can see how tight that foliage is. It might be grafted. It looks like it's grafted. Not too sure. Take a look at Itaagawa foliage on it, but ultimately it's still kind of cool. Here's a monster of a honeysuckle if you've ever seen one. You see these as trellising plants, not as for bonsai, but just to give you an idea on scale. I'll put my hand next to it. Here's my hand. That's my hand. That's kind of bitchin'. You know, Michael Roberts say some really cool flowers. You can see the flowers on top. So, true honeysuckle, awesome tree. Really nice composition. I would enjoy to have something like that in my collection one day. Here's a Itaagawa juniper, really large trees. I wonder if it's like a Yamadori or like a yard tree at one point and then converted into a bonsai. Just because it's a large size, really I mean, the main branches are done really well. We've seen this one before. This is a California juniper. It was at the John Naka show. Really large sabinmaki, or the hollow or shari front, and then the live veins on both sides of that tree. So really cool. So smaller trees and the black pine. I think what's really cool, the tree's beautiful, and trees you can tell it's old. I think the stone is actually outshines it. It's really cool because if you look carefully, it's like a little waterfall stone. Really cool. They're really different. Kind of makes sense because that's like how high mountain type of tree, and with this with a waterfall stone, so it makes a really good composition. Itaiga juniper, relatively young, not bad. Nice padding, nice shardy work in the middle, really awesome. More of a Chinese pinjing style with a root over rock. You can see this root over rock, this elm with trailing roots that's coming all the way down the pot. We have a California juniper, looks like native foliage. Really old bark still on it, which I actually enjoy. So that's, I think this comes down to taste, where some people actually like to remove the bark and have the juxtapose of the live vein versus the dead wood. I can actually like the roughage of that bark, but everybody has their own taste. Here's looks like a Rocky Mountain juniper or Serra juniper, excuse me, with more of that blue-gray foliage, twin trunk. I think it's really awesome, really powerful tree, really big tree too. To give you an idea of scale, that's my hand. So really awesome tree. I think it's really different. You don't normally see that here in Southern Cal too often, with native foliage too. I'll come down this road. This looks like a green island ficus. Really nice composition. Really compact, and it's hard to do with some ficuses here. So you can see the inside of it right there. I think it's really awesome. I do like that there's fruit. If you not notice, there's little fruits on it. And then a lot of the leaves are pretty darn even. It's pretty tough to do on a ficus of this scale and that size. So here is an olive. This looks like a wild top olive with small foliage. Let's check that out. Nice green foliage. You can see how green that is. Really healthy tree. Probably collected. Well, it was probably a collected tree at one point, it's my guess. There's a really large Itagawa with a really nice live vein. You see the live vein right down the middle. It's kind of cool. Heavy padding on the front, on the very first branch. I think it's kind of nice to see that. And see, so this is when I said about the other tree that we saw earlier, the California juniper with that rough bark. This is with the removing of the shedding of that outer bark and exposing the live vein, and then brushing it up to have that reddish versus the white with the lime sulfur shari there. So you have that juxtaposed between the really red or vibrant red live vein and the really white deadwood. It has that juxtaposed look versus that natural look with the other California juniper you saw earlier. So it's an artistic justification of what you like, and it's preference. It depends what you like. So if you like something, leave in the comments. What do you guys like? You guys like that the delineation of the red live vein and the stark deadwood, or do you like the natural barkage and of a California juniper? So leave it in the comments. Here's another one that has that juxtapose of that live vein and the white lime sulfur deadwood, done really well. So you can see that there is a delineation of that color. So it's kind of really cool. Nice heavy, nice branch structure. Really nice padding on this one. Really big too. Here it looks like a boxwood, almost pinjing style. Really straight branches, and then really straight branches. This is a triple trunk over rock, which is kind of cool. Excuse me, out of frame it. Very different. We have an azalea here, and with a prostrata. I think that's where it comes in. Excuse me. You know what I need? I need a lesson. So anybody's willing to give me a lesson of all the different type of scale for junipers there, I'll love to have that lesson. It's really important to give people an idea. What's the difference between the different types of junipers? So this is a prostrata, or precumsent, excuse me. And last but not least on this row, we have another Japanese black pine. Really old black pine based on that, the barkage, the little flaky bark that he has. Okay. Yeah. So here's a giant bougainvillea. Looks like this is a Santa Barbara red. That's really the purplish color, really big. I'll give you an idea of scale. So put my hand on the trunk, and that's my hand on the trunk, so it gives you an idea of scale. So really big, nice. I wonder if they defoliated it, fed it like crazy right before the show. It'd be kind of interesting to note. Right next door, you have a really nice California juniper with a just looks like a rough styling it so far, with the lighting just kind of trailing up at this point. Really dramatic deadwood you can see from the big wings. Have you not noticed with California junipers, especially collected ones, you're gonna have this large deadwood wing, and you have the small lighting at the bottom or the top, usually the bottom. And you notice that because they actually are linear growth. They don't learn like most trees have that cylindrical, like stovepipe. It kind of grows in rings. So junipers, especially California junipers, actually grow linearly. That grows on one side. They actually have dead one on one side, and they grow linearly down this way. So if you ever wonder how California juniper grows, that's kind of their preferred growth habits, especially when they get much older and larger. This is a silverberry, believe it or not. It's rather large silverberry. Now, silverberry will have two-tone from the top and the bottom. So I'll flip it really quick. See, that's like a silver leaf underneath and a darker color on top. So that's kind of, if you need to identify silverberry puka, that's one of the characteristics silverberries have. On top of that, they usually have like the little satchels of fruit. And I don't see any. It could be trimmed off, or it could just be a male tree too. So that could be kind of different there. Really nice, big composition is really nice. I recognize this tree next. This is also Ryan's California triple trunk California juniper, which you don't normally see a triple trunk very often. And again, this is the removed bark, so you see that really difference in color, which is kind of amazing. Nice pad work on that one too. So you got some depth of view. So your foreground, middle of the ground, and the background. So really nice. Pot's really nice. Everything kind of matches well. We've seen this tree at one of last time Ryan's demo. It is a Itaagawa juniper. I think this is only about 3 years old too. So I think it's kind of nice. Really unusual species in Southern Cal, which is a Brazilian rain tree. It has it's part of the mimosa family, which it has these compound leaves. If you're a tropical bonsai owner, you understand what I'm talking about. These leaves, like most tropical plants, will close when light conditions go beyond below 50%. So around about 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock, you can see these leaves start like closing. It looks like it's wilting, but it's not. It's one of its growth habits. Another thing that rain trees have, which I think is really beautiful, is the molten bark. Just like tridents, they will like flake their bark, and underneath will be a brighter, in this case, a whiter bark. So you have that molting of the different colors. Really nice movement on these trunks too. Normally they also have, I just noticed this root over rock too. Normally they have these wings that kind of grow not cylindrical but like linearly, just like California juniper. So kind of different how the grow habits happen. You got one other tree that I really want you to shine it's really the dwarf guava here. I think that's a standout tree with the guava fruit. I think that's really cool. And really nice twisted trunk. I think that's a really amazing tree. I would totally eat that one. They're doing a quick demo here. Over here, this is a vendor here. I wonder if they're sold already. You got some small pots for like mame. So you can see some mame pots. I think it's kind of cool. $15 to $25. Free small bag of Shohi Nakadama. Look at that. Looking for some trees. You got a California juniper, 3,000. There's a porticaria. Got lots of porticaria. That's really cool. Dwarf guava. I think that's a gardenia. Some really unusual trees. Here's a giant Prince of Persimmon. You're looking for a giant Prince of Persimmon. There it is. Um, that is a British persimmon. And you got this big old, I don't know, it's wisteria? I think that's wisteria. That's wisteria. So much wisteria is going for. Just to be curious. $3.50 for wisteria. What are flowers? Oh, this is from 8 Peaks Bonsai. Kind of cool. Maybe see what else. Let's see the outside really quick. So they're still going on today. Last but not least, they got their raffle for Sunday. Apparently, they sell a raffle. That's kind of cool. Looks like a yellow honeysuckle. Check that out. It looks like a.
That one's not from her.
Oh, that's a prunus, some type of prunus. Could be.
That's from the district.
Could be. My guess is an almond. That's most common in this area. That's really well.
They're doing that to all elementary and middle schools. So. Yeah, I'm supposed to.
Raffle tickets right there if you want to raffle. There's Victor Shelton. He's going to look at pots right there. We go in the sun really quick. We'll drop down right here. Excuse me. Here's some Victor Shelton pots. It's getting. I got some version 1 Victor Shelton pots. I wonder what these are worth now. They're not bad shape, really uniform. That's kind of awesome to do, especially rounds. I think he doesn't do by molding. I think he actually does everything by wheels. So that takes talent to do that type of pot. Just give me an idea. Let me show you one that's kind of cool. So here's one. Look at that. The whatchamacallit, texturing. Nice color glaze on that one. That one's going for. Oh, I dropped it. Excuse me. That's going for about $50. Not bad. Here's some junipers out here. Penjing, some literati style. That's not bad too. I mean, that one's not bad. Got some big old stumps out here. All right, let me turn the camera around here. Well, there we go. If you were here yesterday or coming later today, leave a comment below. What do you guys think about the show? I think it's pretty awesome. If you guys like the video, like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.